Hi. Do you have a few minutes?
Yeah. You can come in.
Thank you. So I was pretty frightened last night by when John and I went upstairs. His door, and oddly, we met on the street, and John approached me and said, "Do you smell that smell in the hallway all the time? What is it?" From Mike's apartment. And he says, "What is he cooking with?" And I said, I kind of joked around. I said, "Recycled gasoline," and we laughed. And the fact is, it's always a very strong odor because one, Mike leaves his door open, two, Mike cooks with his door open. So we go upstairs and we see smoke on the ceiling. And we smell the same smell. He goes, "There he is again." And so we walked together, and he didn't want to go into the apartment. I said, "Mike, you there?" No, we could hear frying sound on the range. And I walked in, and there it was. He was cooking,
And he wasn't there.
and he wasn't there, and sparks were flying because oil, he didn't cover it, so oil splattering and landing on the electrical coil. I don't think this is a service coordinator problem anymore.
Right, but I mean, it's good that you send the letter to.
No, it isn't, actually. Because last year, before Mike went to jail, I sent letters to Charles. I never got a response. I still have not gotten an acknowledgement from
Are you going to meet with Gordon on Friday?
Yes, but that wasn't the primary reason for meeting. And it's still not the primary reason for meeting. This is now a separate issue.
Right.
But it's a repetition of why I started to withhold rent. And nothing happens. Nothing happens until third parties are involved. Not at the behest of community access. Ardell was resolved because he beat someone up. Someone complained to the police, the victim, and he went to jail. Well, he skipped the site. That had nothing to do. Basically, what happened was Charles and Gordon did nothing. Isn't that correct? They did nothing to get Ardell out. Same with Mike. Mike, dozens and dozens of complaints. Now, I've talked with him personally very civilly, and he kind of complained when he shut the door on another occasion. And dozens of complaints, nothing happens. You people take no action. Now you're endangering my life. You're endangering my service dog's life because I can't be in the apartment all the time. I work. Even if I'm working in the beam, I work. I leave. And Michael is completely irresponsible. And I'm alerting you. I don't care about their separation between service coordination and property management. I don't care. You're all community access. I didn't copy Steve out of courtesy and Anastasia. I was with Bill yesterday, didn't say a word. This is now dangerous. It is not, oh, well, we'll eventually take legal action, we'll eventually go to court. This is a crisis. Tom Burrows is a long-time personal friend. Yeah. Long-time social acquaintance. He's at Engine 33 in the Bowery. I mean, do you really want me to involve the fire department? I mean, I don't want to be the rat. I want you people to do something. You're the landlord. You are the landlord. You may not.
That's why PPI.
No. Don't give me.
How would they know that, though?
Well, now they know.
Right. That's what
But they knew last year they didn't do anything. My point is, PPI has a record of doing nothing.
Right. But I'm not denying what you're saying.
Yeah.
But they didn't do anything. I'm not saying no, they did something. So because you know better
We
whether they answered
we
you.
we can't we.
Right. No, besides you know that. So
Right.
I cannot say no, argue with you about what PPI did or didn't know. I think that it was. It's good that you're able to complain directly to them with the email. You might think it's not a good idea, but I think it is because who else is going to know it's not email but you?
But they do nothing. Is my point. And you're a resident here, so What can you do to change his behavior? Because PPI does nothing.
Well, the part that I can do, is address that issue with him and have a conversation about, as I had in the past, to be mindful about the situations that put in danger other people.
Right. Okay, I would appreciate that.
That's my part.
Because
And
I did have the front desk put it in the log.
Yes.
This way, it's not coming from me.
No,
It's coming from the front desk.
Exactly. And it's true. The front desk could also be going around and checking more often. I can ask them to do that. Because that way there might be a better way to just make sure that this is not happening on an ongoing basis, because we don't want to just have information coming from the neighbors, but maybe they need to check more often.
Exactly. It happens when Mike is sitting in front of the TV.
Right.
So when Mike is sitting in front of the TV, which the front desk can see, why not do a spot check if he's left his door
I
open?
don't deny that, because I personally have also, as you know, there is this tendency he has of leaving 2 or 3 things at the same time. It's like TV on and the computer on, right?
I don't know about the computer. I don't care. Computer's
Yeah,
not
of
that.
course, it doesn't create any
computer's
safety issue, of course.
correct.
Yeah.
I don't care
This
about
is a
that.
totally different thing, and I agree with you.
I don't care about his habits.
Yeah.
I don't care about his multitasking issues. I don't care about his
But he needs to
disease.
be careful about
But honestly, I don't know of any other resident, including Yolanda, who puts the rest of us in danger.
that.
I don't know.
Probably, yeah.
I don't know.
Probably you're right about that.
Okay? Mike's putting us all in danger.
Did
And that
Just a
elevates
quick
it.
question
That
here.
elevates the problem to way beyond mental health.
yeah. No,
And I think you see me, I'm sitting here pretty calm.
no, I'm.
But I got to tell you, I'm very, very
Well,
anxious.
your concern is valid, and
Okay.
I appreciate you sharing this with us. I think, and I'm sorry that you have to get involved in this again.
But this is why I stopped paying my rent the first time.
Right.
I mean, frankly, I'm prepared to pay the full rent, but I need an adjustment in my rent. This endangers my safety, and it violates a clause in the lease. I can't remember the clause.
There's something about the, you want me to check it? Right?
Yes,
It's here actually.
quietude. What's the word?
Yes. Right.
Yeah, I'm going to have you in the meeting with Gordon, if you don't mind.
Going to the meeting with you and him.
Oh yeah, it's here.
We probably will have to have the meeting with him first, and then I can meet with you too.
No, I'm going to have a witness to the meeting. I've told him that.
All right. Well, it's up to him.
It is up
make
to
the
him.
decision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've asked him to acknowledge my offer. He doesn't acknowledge it.
So he's coming here on Friday.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you know the time?
Yeah, it's in my book. I'll get back to you on that.
Well, this is not necessarily about but it's related to sound and noise, including musical instruments, radios, electronic equipment, all sorts. Common areas, including backyard, must not interfere with the quiet enjoyment of
Quiet enjoyment.
other
That's the
persons
phrase.
elsewhere in the building or the neighbor. I think that's repeated somewhere else in terms of
Yeah.
nuisance behavior.
Right, quiet enjoyment.
It's a nuisance behavior, an illegal activity that
Right.
is being used.
Yeah, but I think that cooking and leaving the door open and
Yes,
it
it
is
is.
part of quiet enjoyment.
Of course, because
Yeah.
the smell, there's a question of being, civil with your neighbors and being respectful to the neighbors.
Right. Well, I think it's also beyond quiet enjoyment. I'm now alerting you to a dangerous guy.
Mm-hmm.
I've tried to be civil to him. I've tried to be friendly to him, and vice versa. He's done the same with me. But he has these exceptional moments when he doesn't care about anyone else.
And you have,
And that's what happened when he came back. He came back with a black eye yesterday, a swollen shut eye. It was his fault. He doesn't know how to walk away.
I spoke with him and he didn't want to go to the hospital. Unfortunately, I don't know how is it today, but I will check with the hospital because the way it was,
Yeah.
Client.
And he said to me, "You should have seen the other guy. I got one of them, and I'm going after the other guy." Well, I'm just alerting you to the fact that, he's out there right now looking for this other guy, beat him up. We may not have to do anything.
Right. I agree. His judgment's not definitely a good one.
Yeah. But it's okay if his judgment is bad about himself.
I have himself.
What I object to is I got Bernice next to me, John next to me. They're both geriatrics. I got a lady down the hallway
Right.
on a walker. He starts a fire. A lot of people are not going to get out of here.